What up, y'all? It's your man, Mr. Mars Sharp, Short Man Filmworks in the building, and this is Motivational Mondays. The message for today is fear will test you every day. Let me say that one more time. Fear will test you every single day. All right? So, as I tell y'all before, I don't like to really talk about things that I haven't experienced and that I'm not going through if I can't relate as I'm talking to you guys. And fear is one of them things that I battle with on a daily basis because you will be tested every single day if you're fearful of doing a lot of things that you want to do. I said in another video about progression, and with progression comes fear, because you're fearful that what you're doing might not work out. You're fearful that, hey, I might fail at it. You're fearful that you might be successful at it. You're fearful of the unknown, but you have to battle yourself every single day and chip away at that fear. Chip away at that fear because I've heard this in a video from Les Brown, that fear stands for false evidence appearing real. And if you really think about it, a lot of times when we take on fear head on, we realize that, man, what did I have to fear in the first place? When we realize that sometimes we make these fears bigger than what they really are. We make them huge and grand to the point where it paralyzes us from doing the things that we know we need to do because we feel it in our spirit that there are things that we need to do, but I'm so paralyzed by this fear because I don't know what's going to happen. I am paralyzed by the unknown. And with you being paralyzed by the unknown, you won't move. And that's fear. And that's that fear testing you every single day. Whatever it is that you want to do, you will be tested every day by fear when you need to face something. It's going to keep on showing up in your life. It's going to keep on showing its face until you say, you know what, I got to build up the courage to fight this thing. I got to build up the courage to face this thing, no matter what it is. Obstacles, people, personal growth, personal gains, whatever it is that you want to do. If you're fearful of it, it's going to show up in your life every single day until you make the decision to handle it. And then 9 times out of 10, once you handle it, you realize like, wow, I could have did this a long time ago, man. I could have did this a long time ago because it wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be. So understand that, fear is a part of anything that you're going to go in. It's going to be a part of anything, but you got to remember, it's going to test you every single day. Every single day. You're not going to go through this life without being tested by fear or being tested by anything. Not being tested by anything, but you're not going to go through this life without being tested by whatever situation is going on in life. And fear is one of them things that's gonna keep knocking on the door until you face it. So just kind of accept it. Because a lot of us sometimes walk around thinking that, hey, if I didn't have this fear, I'd be able to do what it is I need to do. But without that fear, you don't gain the discipline. You don't gain the courage. You don't gain the heart that you want to gain if you got to go through it easy. If anything was easy in this world to get, everybody would do it. And I hear that all the time. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But it's going to be hard. And facing things like fear is hard. It's hard to come up against that wall and figure out, okay, how am I going to get through this wall? Not go around it. How am I going to go through this wall? How am I going to face this fear that's in front of my face? And the best thing to do when you face the fear is to go through it. You have to go through it. You have to go through the storm. You have to go through whatever trial and tribulation you have to go through. And like I said, a lot of times you realize you might think this is a heavy ass hurricane in front of your face when you realize, man, this is only a tiny little rainstorm that I got to go through. And once you go through it and you get through it and you face that obstacle and you face that fear, you say, hey, I feel a lot better. My mind feels better. That my anxiety about it is gone. I feel great about it. And it builds up confidence. And it builds up confidence. So when you run into the next fear, you can get to that wall and you can knock that wall down and do what it is that you need to do. All right. So just remember that fear will test you every day. Don't run from it. Face it. All right. With that being said, y'all take care. Y'all have a good week. And y'all have a good day. Backwards. But y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all take care.